Hey, welcome back to Evil's Comics. I'm Evil Mike, and I got an AOK for you. This comes from my boy Circumstances. Marcus over at Circumstances sent me this. Watching one of my videos, I had mentioned that I had missed out on Barbaric. I think it's the one shot before we get the second volume, or it might be the second volume. I might have missed out on the one shot. But regardless, I tried to go out and get it. I went to 3 different shops and I just couldn't find it. I don't know if they didn't order it or I don't know what was the deal, but I was pretty surprised at one store. But needless to say, Marcus, being the dope-ass dude that he is, reached out and said he had an extra copy, and sure enough, a couple days later, I got an AOK. Now, honestly, it feels a lot more like a couple books. It's not too heavy, but it's definitely heavier than one book. I've already cut it open and took out our shipping address. I would like to mention that he did ship it in a Comic Tom mailer box, which is pretty dope. I've never had a Comic Tom mailer box. I do know that Surcam was subscribing to Comic Tom for a little while, and that's why I probably got the mailer, which honestly, it was always a really cool deal. I love watching his little mailer that he does. Alright, this is one of the things that I was hoping for. I love getting notes. It's one of my favorite things about getting to AOK is reading, anything that people put in the aforementioned AOK. So it says, Evil Mike, what up, my man? It's been great to see you back in the mix. Hope to meet up at a con in Colorado someday. Hope you enjoy the books, homie. The last book is a Scotty Young and Kyle Stram on the cover. They're both local to Kansas City area, so hoping things continue to look up for you so that you can kick in more. Peace, my brother Marcus, aka Circumstances, and then he dated it 7/14/22. Now, before I get into it, Surcam is my boy. He's been my boy ever since I was introduced to him, and for one big reason, I use Circumstances like that towel in the bathroom. No, I'm playing. Okay, so really I use Circumstances because his videos are so dope. Not only do, he puts out his top 10, hot books of the week that are coming, which I use. I like to go back and, after I've already made my list and go back and, kind of touch base on his list. When I'm making my list for comics, I don't really look at covers and stuff like that. I kind of just, look at the names, numbers, prices, stuff like that. But going back and watching Circumstances videos, not only does he show you a lot of dope-ass covers that come out for these books, but he also shows you the artist that's doing the covers, which was really good for me because a lot of these artists and writers I've never even seen before. Honestly, and no joke, I'm a huge Mirka Dolpha fan. I think the first time I saw Mirka Dolpha, what she looked like, was actually on Surcam's channel. And the same goes for Tiny Onion. James Tynion IV, I think, was the first time I saw what he actually looked like in one of his videos. Now, this is a long time ago when I first met Surcam. It's been more than a year now. But definitely give Surcam a look. He's got, if you're following my G, the dude's constantly putting, reels and jokes about comic book collecting. And it's so nice to actually see jokes and stuff oriented towards us comic book collectors. But without further ado, let's see what this guy sent me. We know guaranteed that Barbaric is in the stack. Everything else besides the Scotty Young, which I have no idea what it is. That's crazy that Scotty Young is in the Kansas City. I'm hoping you've gotten to meet the dude. I would say I'm a big Scotty Young fan. I'm not super huge. I didn't have too many covers in my collection. But I do like his art. I've always liked his art. I have the couple stories that I have read of him. Of course, the Me, Love in the Dark, I loved all the way through. I'm hoping we get a volume 2 from that. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's see what we got. First book. Wait, this might be the big one. Shit, I see what it is. Crap. Okay, so this is Twig, which is really dope because I missed out on Twig. It was during the time that I was moving here to Colorado. It was a book that I really wanted, and of course, it got really big. So getting the first issue, man, that's super dope. I'm going to have to go track down issue number 2 and 3. I didn't think I was going to be able to read this until I got to trade. But on a secondary note, look at that! Scotty Young and Kyle Stram, I think it's pronounced. Look at that. Surcam, you are the man. Man, getting a Scotty Young signature on a Twig cover. It's already a hot book, and this dude just made it super hot, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so we got next book. I recognize because I'm Alright, so we got Jim Rungs' Hulk Grand Design. I want to say it's just a one-shot. It might be issue number 1, I'm not sure. I know, you know, X-Men Grand Design was a big thing back in the day, so I'm excitedly looking forward to this. I never got a chance to do Ed Piskor's the X-Men Grand Design. I've actually been looking for it ever since I found out he did that. I am a big Ed Piskor fan, so I'm kind of looking forward to this. And I messed up right there. I was just so excited. I just flipped to the next book. So we got the Amazing Spider-Man, and this is the first appearance of Ned Leeds, or the Hobgoblin. I do have the first appearance of Ned Leeds, but this is actually the first appearance of Hobgoblin himself in costume. It looks like it is a facsimile, but, or maybe, it's gotta be, because it's got the new Marvel symbol down here. It don't matter. I don't have the book. I love Hobgoblin. He's actually one of my favorite villains, like Spider-Man villains. So I'm just excited to have it. I'm pretty sure my brother will think it's pretty dope. He's a big Spider-Man fan himself. Alright, I have no idea what this is. Ooh, we got Ice Cream Man. This will be my first issue in the Ice Cream Man. It was a book that I missed out on like when it first started, and I just never really picked up any since then because I missed out on it. This is issue number 24, but I'll tell you what, I do love all the covers and stuff like this. So I mean, it fits perfectly into my collection. I am a big horror fan. It is one of the books I did want to read, and I'm just, you know, eventually, you know, get around to it. But I do know that every issue is like an anthology issue where you can read it and you don't have to read the other, you know, issues. So I'm definitely going to check this out and see if I can read it without, you know, there being a part 1 or part 2 or something like that. And last but not least, we got Barbaric, the book I wanted so bad. And I think that it's called The Harvest Blades. Yeah, it is a one-shot. Okay, so I was right. It is a one-shot, and Volume 2 is on its way. If I'm not mistaken, I think Volume 2 is September, but I'm not sure. But I was a huge fan of Barbaric the first time around. And I mean, I couldn't get enough. I was so excited that we were finally getting some more Barbaric, so losing out on reading this, let alone just having it, I was kind of disappointed. So man, thank you, Surcam, so much. But that's everything he sent me. I've got some pretty dope books. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I got a Scotty Young signature. What are you talking about? I mean, like, I got the Barbaric. I mean, it's some cool stuff. But please, please, please check out Circumstance. He's got a dope-ass channel both on IG and on YouTube. He's a great guy in our community. He's very up on the knowledgeable as far as hot books and stuff like that, especially books that are coming out. He is another avid comic book buyer like myself that's out there at the shops every week, busting his wallet down, getting beat up by his wife because, you know, he keeps spending all that money. So, you know, at least help Surcam out and go watch one of his videos so his wife doesn't think he's wasting all his money, you know what I'm saying? Alright, but that's my video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please go hit up Circumstance. Give him a sub if you're brand new to him. You should not be, because he is somebody that should be in your YouTube repertoire. But that's all I got for you. I do have a haul video coming right after this. Stay tuned, and maybe some more reviews. I will see y'all later. Y'all have a great new comic book day, and I will see y'all next time. Bye!